NFL Week 6. We talking a few matchups here on the DSB Creative. We getting right into it. Football world, what's going on? Your boy, Jaren DSB, back here on the DSB Creative, where we talk football. And we starting off tonight, Thursday night. We got Chiefs, we got Broncos. AFC West rivalry matchup. We already know where this is going. This is going to be a blowout. At KC, fun fact, tickets are starting at $97. If you can go to a football game for $97, either the team you facing isn't good or your team isn't good. And the Chiefs are pretty damn good, so the Broncos must be fucking terrible. And they are. Russ himself, statistically, isn't having a bad year. I think he's over 1,000 yards passing already. I think he's got 2 or 3 interceptions on the year, and he's over 1,000 yards passing. Mims and Sutton, his 1 and 2 receivers, they're doing pretty well also. That offensive line and that run game and that god-awful defense, something's got to happen. Sean Payton, and they paid Sean Payton like what he presented himself as. He was going to right all the wrongs and move forward, and damn near at the snap of his finger, you guys, this year we're going to be this fringe playoff team. That is not the case. The Broncos are sitting at 1-4, and most recently coming off a loss, 31-21, to the New York Jets, led by Zach Wilson. We'll get into Zach and the Jets later. We're going to stay right here on Russ and these shitty Broncos. What are they going to do? We saw this past week, we all saw the news that some changes are coming. Some big changes are coming in Denver. And I don't think it's with the quarterback and the head coach. They paid them both way too much money. They're about to trade damn near every person. If your last name is not Wilson or Payton, you out the door. You gone. I would think for guys like Jerry Jeudy and Cortland Sutton, who have voiced their frustration, they're more than happy with that news. They're ready to get out of town. They're ready to go get some new blood at that quarterback position and be getting them the ball so they can be effective in the NFL. Jerry Jeudy, coming from Bama, Jerry Jeudy ain't no bum. But in this Denver offense, oh my God, everyone looks bad. And Russ isn't even having a terrible year. Statistically, he looks great. But when that team takes the field, it looks bad. And now you run into a division rival in the Kansas City Chiefs, who, after taking that first loss to Detroit in week 1, man, they've been fire ahead. There's been no stopping them. Pacheco, they calling him the new Marshawn damn near. He runs angry, and he runs hard. Then they got the random dude. They got Sky Moore, but that kid is fast. He be everywhere. He's down the field. He catching the short little bubble screens. He out of there. KC ain't no slouch of a team. And Denver's going to have to come play. Led by Patty Mahomes, it might not even matter. That defense has shown that they can't stop nobody. And if you can't stop Patrick Mahomes, he's just going to keep putting up points. The Broncos might get 70 hung on him again. And that's where we're going to leave this off. How many points will the Broncos give up to KC? Because we know they're going to lose. It's just by how much. So tell me in the comments, how many points will the Broncos give up to Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs? And with that, we're going to move on. And we moving on. Jets versus Eagles in Philly. Now, this is another game I don't expect the Jets to win. That defense in Philly, that defensive line, linebackers, those motherfucking DBs. That whole team can fucking ball. The offense, Devontae and A.J. Brown. Oh my gosh. And Jalen Hurts dishing the rock. Oh my goodness. If you've been away, if you've been under a rock, all right, check out some of the videos on this channel about the Jets. I'm no Jets fan, but I'm rooting for Zach Wilson because he's getting the shit end of the stick. This Jets team is not bad. But you know what is terrible on this Jets team? That fucking offensive line. That offensive line. Jets, Broncos, Giants. Up there this year with the worst offensive line. So it's amazing that the Jets are only 2-3. Their 2 wins come against an upset against Buffalo in week 1. Josh Allen was not himself that game. He played terrible. And then their most recent win, after going on a 3-game losing streak, came against the lowly Broncos. But they took advantage of a game they should have won, and they showed out. Zach threw a pick. He only had 199 passing yards, but Breece Hall showed up with 177 rushing yards. And you know what? If you watch the Jets, that's their formula. That's what their roster is designed to do anyways. You got receivers out there who can get open, but your offense goes as your run game goes. But you have a shitty offensive line. Something's not meshing there. You got to figure that out, and maybe you might win some more games. But coming up against Philly, this is going to be a tough one. That offensive line is going to have to show up, and it won't. Zach might get sacked about 7 or 8 times this game. He's going to be picking himself up a lot. The offensive line, if y'all ain't going to block for the motherfucker, the least you can do is pick him up off the ground after he gets sacked. That's the least you could do. Don't just walk away. I can't even get into receiving matchups because I don't see Zach Wilson having time to throw the ball. I mean, if he can get time to throw the ball, outside of Slay and Bradbury, you might have some options. You might have some corners on that defense, some linebackers on that defense you can attack. Conklin has shown that as a tight end, he's more than serviceable. He can hit them routes. He can get open. Okay? So with the exception of safety coverage, if you see Conklin open down in the short, dump it. I think they showed a graphic on the screen when the Jets played last against the Broncos. No, it was against the Chiefs when they played against the Chiefs. Prime time. Zach showed up again. 245 passing. Zach was doing phenomenal when the offensive line was giving him at least 2.5 seconds. That's what the graphic said, I think. 2.5 seconds. That's all he needs. He doesn't need to be scrambling. If you let him set his feet for 2.5 seconds to 3 seconds, he can deliver you something. If as soon as he snaps the ball and when he goes to set his feet, he then has to shift inside the pocket, he has to motion inside the pocket, he has to run outside the pocket, now he's scrambling because the offensive line isn't blocking for him. If he can't even get 2 seconds, he's not going to do anything. And that's my fear for this game. And that's what I'm harping on. That Philly defensive line is going to get after him. They're going to have to bring in a fullback, a tight end in the backfield or something to chip some of them defensive ends coming off the end. But that middle, Jalen Carter. Zach, I'm praying for you. I don't think you pull this out, but you can have a good game. Just like the Chiefs. That defense is the Jets defense is going to win for you. It's all up to the offense, the offensive line in particular, to win for Zach Wilson and the Jets. If they can do that, the Jets have a chance. They only lost by 3 points to the Chiefs. I think they can do the same thing against Philly. If they can keep it within 3 points, I'm giving the Jets a chance. But if it gets out of hand early, a man can dream, can he? Zach, I'm rooting for you against the Eagles, but that's an uphill battle for sure. If I had to give a score, I'm rooting for the Jets. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck the Eagles. I think the Jets gonna win. I think the Jets can pull it out. They could do it. Because like I said, that defense gonna win for you. The Jets got good special teams. The only question is that offensive line. I got the Jets beating the Philadelphia Eagles 26-23. And I said that, and I'm going to have to live with that now. I'm not a Jets fan. I just want the Jets to win. I'm going to stand on that. 26-23, Jets over the Eagles in Philadelphia. 4:25 on Fox. And we moving on. The primetime game for Week 6. The primetime game for Week 6. Oh, my goodness. So we're going to have a blowout game on Thursday night. Then Sunday night, we're going to have another blowout game. We got the Giants going up to Buffalo to dance with the Bills in prime time on NBC. And Josh Allen been showing up. Week 1 against the Jets was not his day. He still needed to get in the groove of things. That's all. He just needed to get in the groove of things. But he's in the groove now. Since week 1, that loss against the Jets, he wasn't himself. Since then, Bills are 3-1. Josh Allen has 9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, but outside of that, and just under 1,000 passing yards. So he's coming into his groove now. He's coming into his groove just in time for a date with Danny Dimes and the Little Giants. That's a bad team right there, too. Defense to offense and everything in between. If I had to look at any bright spot on that team right now, it might be just Kayvon Thibodeau and that defensive line. That would honestly be it. But even then, y'all got to get some stops. Teams are putting up points on y'all. Cowboys put up 40. Cardinals put up 31. 49ers put up 30. Seattle put up 24. Miami put up 31. Giants. What the fuck is that defense doing? The offense can't do anything. Daniel Jones hasn't even surpassed 900 yards passing yet. If he go into Thursday night and he don't leave with over 1,000 yards on the season, look, what else got to be said? They already want this dude out of there after they paid him the money. And Dayball was with him. Hey, pay the man. We need the QB. We need a QB. He played good. Him and Saquon play good together. Wrong. Saquon play good. Daniel Jones play good. Saquon don't play. Daniel Jones damn near better not play. They paid that man and he ain't it. Like, Jalen Hurts is far and beyond the best quarterback in the NFC. Dak is second, but he's like, if one is here, Dak is like here second. There's some distance, and he like over here second. And then if you were to go down from there, you got Daniel Jones, who's even worse. He further off. And then you got Sam Howell somewhere in there. But yeah, Buffalo Giants, this is a wash. Buffalo showing they ain't to be fucked with. Buffalo gonna get after it. Score, Buffalo 38, Giants 17. Buffalo 38, Giants 17. It's a wash. Get him out of here. And now, the feature presentation. Two of my favorite teams. Two of my most favorite. If I had to pick 1 and 2 in the NFL. 1A and 1B. My favorite teams in the NFL. The Dallas Cowboys versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Monday Night Football. ESPN prime time. That Chargers offense doing damn good with Kellen Moore. Thank you, Dallas. But now that Dallas offense is doing horrendous without Kellen Moore and with the play calling of Mike McCarthy. What do we do here? The Cowboys defense has to show up. You have to stop the Chargers offense in order to give the Cowboys offense any chance. This Chargers offense is another good offense. I don't see the Cowboys, once again, getting those pick sixes and easy scooping scores and taking them to the crib, or setting your offense up on short field and letting them be able to at least kick a field goal, because the Cowboys' red zone offense is atrocious. The defense is going to have to come to play. That bullshit performance that the Cowboys put on in San Fran cannot happen against the Chargers. If you go in there and get embarrassed against the Chargers, heads need a roll. We need to figure something out. We can't have the effort that Pollard gave us last time, 29 rushing yards. We can't have what CeeDee Lamb gave us last time, 49 receiving yards. We can't have what Dak gave us last time, 153 passing yards. We can't have that. That's not going to beat the Chargers. That won't beat any team in the NFL. Never mind the best team in the NFL, the 49ers. So the Chargers and the Cowboys, what's going to be the outcome? That Cowboys offense isn't it. They can't score. They can move the ball, they just can't score. That defense, up and down, up and down. What are we going to get? I don't know. If I had to guess, they're gonna get after the quarterback. They're going to try to move Herbert off his spot. You let him sit in that pocket, he will pick you apart. Top 5, top 10 right now, Herbert's somewhere in there. Dak is not. That defensive line going to have to get after him. The DB's going to have to figure something out back there. I know we have Gilmore. Bland, between giving up the yards and the pass interference or any defensive penalties he gives up back there, I don't see them winning this game at all, the Cowboys. It might be close, though. If I was going to pick a score, I'm going Chargers 30, Cowboys 27. I'll give that field goal difference. You want to know why? When they need the points, when they need someone to show up in the big moments, Dak is not going to show up for them. And I love the Cowboys, but that's just our reality. 30-27, Chargers beat the Cowboys, Monday Night Football. Let me know what you guys think of my picks in the comments. I got the Jets over the Eagles, 26-23. I got the Bills, 38-17. And I got the Chargers beating the Cowboys, 30-27. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Jaron DSB on the DSB Creative. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back for week 7. I'm out.